Oh man, how's everybody doing? Today's been a long day. It's been a really long day. Let me make sure I got. Oh, let me turn my Wi-Fi on. See if that'll help the connection. We'll get it all figured out here in a second. I gotta turn off these pumps behind me. They're driving me crazy. Just give me 1 second. Let me adjust these. All right. How's everybody doing? We'll let people funnel in for a little bit. Jason, Ronaldo, enter name here. Got a lot of people in the house right now. I know there's a couple other live streams going on. We got Shishimi Whiskey doing a live stream. I wasn't able to stop in and see what he had going on, but I'm sure he had a guest over. Was anybody in Shishimi's room? Aw, fake account sad. I'm sorry, man. Hey, shout out from Miami, Michael. We got Canada in here. WP Greg. Or Gred. We got Washington, Tori. Yeah, the shrimp room did warm up quickly, so that's a good sign. Luckily, we didn't lose too many, just the Tangerine Tigers. I did an update this week, and you guys will see that on Wednesday. But yeah, we lost, I don't know, about 10 breeding Tangerine Tigers, so it wasn't terrible. Could have been a lot worse. Let's see. All right, so we got. All right, and today, just so you guys know, we're going to be talking about the shrimp import order. I'm going to give you guys the whole scoop, kind of go through like how I'm doing the import order, just all the great things that go along with that, and yeah, there's a lot. Let's see what we got. Shout out from Miami, Michael. I saw that. I wish I wasn't so addicted to shrimp. I should be clean right now. Well, the good thing about live streams is you can put your phone in your pocket or whatever and still clean while the live stream's going on. John said, did the shrimp room warm up quickly? Yes. I don't know who that is. The Netherlands. Shout out to the Netherlands. Laura's in here. We got PJ from Minnesota. We got Blake saying I inspired him to get into shrimp. That's awesome, man. Thank you so much. It's good hearing that because... You know, everyone loves knowing that they help people get into shrimp because, you know, like I always say, it's a... Hold on, let me turn the brightness up on my phone. It's a passion that I have, so it's cool when I can share that passion with other people. Yeah, let's see where everyone's from. Zach, where are you from? Antarctica? Dude, that is awesome. Connecticut here. Let's see what else we got. Albert, Canada... The real Brian says, what up, Rob? Are you sleeping on the couch still? No, I'm not sleeping on the couch anymore, but I probably should be. My wife's got a lot going on right now. She's starting a new job, so she's pretty stressed out. She's actually at the warehouse right now. I think I just saw one of her comments. We got Sweden up in here. Can shrimp carry hydra on their body? I've never seen that before, David, but that doesn't mean it isn't possible. I don't want to miss anybody. We got Seattle in the house, Freshwater. We got Kang Lee here. What's going on, man? The Netherlands again, Ontario, Canada, Wills Point, Texas. We got Dallas in the house, Kentucky. We got Amanda Panda Lee from Flip Aquatics. She's over there working right now. And we got Northern Jersey. We got a lot of people in the house. So that's awesome. All around the country, all around the world. And yeah, so it's really good. New York, Cali. Sashimi. I'm sorry. I always say sashimi, and I don't know why, but it's sashimi whiskey. Somebody did correct me on that. It might have been you, but I don't remember who corrected me. But yeah, so thank you for pointing that out. Whenever I say things wrong, I always want to know if I messed up. I don't like being wrong. Well, I don't like being wrong and no one tell me about it. All right. So, Here's what I got for you guys. We got a really big week ahead of us. It looks like I'm drinking pee. It does. It's lemonade. Yeah, I switch it up every week. This week my wife got me lemonade flavoring. It's really good. It's not Mio or Mia. I forget what this stuff's called. But it's that little flavoring stuff you squirt in the bottle of water. But yeah, so who just said that? That was nice. Let me see. I don't know. Somebody just asked me. Oh, here, Nick. Nick said, "How's your Sunday been, Rob?" My Sunday's been really good. It's been busy. I got my old intern Jeff in. He's been helping us get ready for the shrimp order. I got Amanda there helping right now. They're kicking butt over there, getting tanks set up and orders ready for tomorrow. So we got a lot of good stuff going on. And yeah, it's Mia. Okay, there we go. All right, so the shrimp orders. So you guys, I want to give you guys the scoop. So here's the deal. The shrimp order is coming in Wednesday. I'm not sure what time. I'm getting all the details tonight. I imagine it will be early in the morning because they're shipping it on their Wednesday, which is 12 hours behind us. And so if they ship it at, afternoon, it's got 12 hours to get here, and that would be 12 o'clock our time. And so, shout out to Australia. So the shrimp order will be here on Wednesday. I'm taking Jimmy from Sashimi Whiskey, and I'm taking Jeff with me, which is my old intern. And we're just going to go down there. We're going to pick them up. It's going to be a lot of fun. I haven't got the final count on how many shrimp we're getting, but the last count before we added more to it, and I didn't know how he was going to add them to it, we're getting 10,575 shrimp, which is like ridiculous. So it's going to be a huge order. Really, really excited. I can't wait to show you guys what the order is actually going to look like. So here's kind of how the whole process is going to go. So Wednesday morning, probably about like 4 o'clock in the morning, me, Jeff, and Jimmy are all going to get in the car. We're going to drive down to Chicago, which is about a 6-hour drive. We're going to meet our import agent there, which is the guy that like handles the paperwork. I pay him to handle all the paperwork. And that way I don't mess anything up. Because if you get one little thing wrong, they hold the whole order until it's fixed and they can confirm it. And so I didn't want any issues. So we're paying him to handle the whole paperwork side of it. And so I go to his office. I pay him directly for all the different fees that are associated with him helping us. From there, we go straight to the airport. Wildlife Fish and Game does their inspection. They go over and check all the bags, make sure everything's like okay, there's no crazy parasites or diseases coming in. And then after Wildlife Fish and Game clears the import order, they give it to us, and then we're gonna open all the boxes, make sure there isn't anything bad going on in any of the bags. Like, say there's a bunch of dead shrimp in one of the bags. If there are dead shrimp in some of the bags, what we're gonna do is we're gonna actually rebag them at the airport. I'm taking the van down. And we're going to rebag them, make sure we get them in some fresh water, and then we're going to drive back. So then we got another, I think it's either 5.5 hours or 6.5 hours drive back. I think it's 6.5. And so then we got that drive back, and then as soon as we get back, we got to start putting them in the tanks, which is going to be a process. Luckily today, me, Jeff, and Amanda spent the whole day, yesterday and today, getting the tanks ready for the import order. So we reset them, we broke them down, we reset them, we made sure they were all cleaned, added gravel to them, filter, bacteria. I'm going to add more bacteria tomorrow, more bacteria the next day. And then, so the whole adventure is all going to be in video. The only thing that we can't put in video, which my importer does not want us to put his packaging on the video because it's proprietary, which means basically that he has a certain way of shipping shrimp that he doesn't want his competitors to find out about. And so I'm still trying to think of the best way to still do an unboxing and show you guys all the shrimp without actually showing his packaging. So it might be just showing his box, and then I'll open it while maybe Jimmy or Jeff hold the camera, and then I'll pull it up to the camera and let you guys see it, so you don't actually see how he physically packaged it, because he didn't want that on camera. And so it's gonna be really good. And so we got all the tanks set up. We figured out where the shrimp are going. what tanks they're going to be in, and kind of separate it out that way, put in the right gravel, all those different kind of things. And so, come Wednesday night, all the shrimp will be in their tanks, and it is going to be crazy. Can you tell us who you are getting them from? Oh, so yeah, I could tell you who I'm getting them from. I'm actually going to get all the shrimp from Selene. It's Dwayne Selene, so it's Selene Shrimp. He's out of Taiwan, and it's a guy that I've met. I haven't physically met him, but I've met some of his associates at the Aquatic Experience. Chris Lukup. Chris Lukup is the Shrimp King, and let me mute that. Sorry, my phone volume's still on. There we go. So I've met a lot of people that are close with Dwayne Selene, and so they recommended them, and I've had some friends import from him before, and they said it went really well, and so I feel confident importing from him, and it'll be really interesting to see how the shrimp do. I'm hoping for the best. So the two people that I talked to, one had a 98% survival rate, so they said, and another one had 95% survival rate, so they said. So if I can achieve, either one of those, if I can achieve over 80% survival rate, I would be ecstatic, like absolutely ecstatic, because that's crazy. And so, bonjour from France. That's awesome. We're getting love from all around the world. And by the way, this is not pee like someone pointed out earlier. This is lemonade. Had to make that clear. I didn't want anyone getting any ideas. So the website, I don't know if it's you're talking about Selene or my website. My website is flipaquatics.com. And again, the camera is actually 30-second delayed, and that was to help with connection for you guys. We don't judge you on your taste in drinks. That's funny. But yeah, so the really, really cool thing is two big YouTubers really helped me out with this order. They went in on it with me, and it helps eat up some of the costs as far as like actually the import, like the shipping fees and stuff like that. So I got I don't think they'll be upset if I mention their names. But Rachel Leary's going in on it with me, and Dustin from Dustin's Fish Tanks. We all came together, and they're really helping me out. So they're gonna they bought shrimp, and I gave them a cheaper price wholesale wise, and they're just gonna help cover the costs, like some of the costs of like going up there to Chicago and picking them up, and different things like that. So I'm really happy to be working with them, and hopefully it will keep going in the future. That me, Dustin, and Rachel can all have a really good relationship together, and just continue to import these shrimp as long as it goes well. I mean, if it goes terrible, like that's gonna be a one and done, and then it's just USA bred from here on out. But yeah, so it's gonna be really, really good. Are they mixed genders or all males? Yeah, they're all mixed genders. They're actually female heavy, believe it or not. Most of the shrimp we get in are going to be females, just because the females, I'm guessing, have better color, and that's why they like to send more females than anything else. Either that or they breed more females, which I don't know how they do that, but they might have a system for it. All right, so let me give you my stance on importing shrimp. So I've always said that I've been against importing shrimp, and this is why. So I would say, like, if you talked to me 2.5 years ago, how I felt on importing shrimp is a lot of importers would get the shrimp in. They'd usually do a pre-sale order to sell a bunch of shrimp off, and then as soon as they got the shrimp in, they'd send them out, and the end customer would actually get these. They'd actually get the shrimp, and the shrimp wouldn't do well. And so I used to buy shrimp imported all the time, and I couldn't figure out why these shrimp were dying. And it wasn't because I was doing anything wrong. It was simply because they were imported shrimp and they weren't healthy. And so this is my promise to you guys. And I'll finish the story, but I will always sell healthy shrimp. I will never sell anything that isn't healthy. And I think that's just goes without saying, but I definitely want to say that. I will never sell sick shrimp, knowingly. And I will do everything in my power to make sure that doesn't happen. So 3 years ago, or whenever it was, I was like, there are no good sources for shrimp. We need someone in the United States breeding shrimp. And so that's where I started Flip Aquatics. And so I specialize in USA bred shrimp. And that was my big, like, yes, like, this is what I'm doing. So here's the problem. I physically cannot breed enough shrimp to keep the supply met, like, or the demand met. So you guys, everyone watching this video in the United States, all around the country, I don't have enough shrimp to sell because I'm constantly sold out of shrimp. And so when I'm sold out of shrimp, what happens is people throughout the country look to importers to buy shrimp. And so they're going to these people that aren't quarantining shrimp, or literally just getting them in and selling them as quick as they can to make their money back. And they're buying from those people, and they're having these bad experiences. Let me turn this off real quick because that's going to be bright as can be. I got to figure out which one it is. There. First guess. All right, so. Sorry. Oops. Here we go. So people are buying imported shrimp left and right because they don't have USA bred sellers to go to. Like there's just not many of us out there, and the people that do, they might have one type of shrimp, they might be sold out, and so they're going and buying these imported shrimp from people, and most likely the shrimp aren't healthy and they're dying, and these people are getting a bad taste in their mouth and they're killing our hobby, and that is what I'm against. And so the revelation came to me as me and Dustin from Dustin's Fish Tanks were talking. And he's just like, man, you got to import shrimp. You got to import shrimp. You got to import shrimp. And he kept telling me, and I'm like, no. And so finally I started thinking about it. I'm like, man, all these people throughout the United States are going to be buying these shrimp. They're going to have bad experiences and potentially quit the hobby altogether. And I'm like, well, why don't I import shrimp? And why don't I make sure that they're healthy? So I'm going to quarantine them for 30 days. Because I always say 30 days is the red zone. That's when all the problems happen, is in the first 30 days. Anything after 30 days, it means there's something wrong with your tank. So the first 30 days is the red zone. So when I'm importing shrimp, and just so you guys know, this order is like, it's over $8,000, which is a ton of money. At least for me. Like, $8,000 is a lot of money. And I'm going to spend 30 days to make sure that those shrimp are healthy before I even attempt to sell them to you guys. And if they're not healthy after 30 days, then I'm going to keep quarantining them until the point where they are healthy. And they might not ever be healthy, and I might lose $8,000, which would suck. But that's the commitment I'm making to you guys. So, I don't want you guys to be buying shrimp from a bad source. And so if I can be a good source for imported shrimp until I have enough production, so to say, to sell shrimp that are USA bred, then it only makes sense that I am going to help this hobby. And there's those people out there that are going to still be upset about it, and they think that maybe I'm just doing it for the money. But I'm telling you guys the honest to God's truth that I'm truly doing this because I think it's the best thing for our hobby in the United States. And this is the only way that we're going to grow. And if I can pull it off where I quarantine them and make sure they're healthy before selling them to you guys, then we're going to go places. And that's just how it's going to be. And eventually, I can truly, breed enough that we won't have to import that much. And we'll always have to import because there's shrimp that we can't get in the United States. And that's just how it goes. Like, you don't just make a discus out of nowhere. Like, you have to import it from somewhere, breed it here, and then create color variations and all that. So that's how I feel about that. So I hate importing. I think it has some benefits, but I think the way that it's done right now, at least throughout the hobby in general, is people do it very, very poorly. And they sell very sick shrimp that have diseases and parasites, and their health is poor. And they just sell it just to get the money rolling. And I promise you guys that will not be me. That will not be me. It won't be Amanda. I'm always going to be the type of guy that is transparent with you guys. And you guys are going to see it. Like, I'm going to record everything that I do. I'm going to record the shrimp coming in, and you guys will know when I start selling. So if I sell before 30 days, you'll know about it. So I'm not hiding anything. So it's going to be fun. It's nerve-wracking. It's stressful. Like, today we're setting up tanks. Amanda was sick yesterday, so she really couldn't help out too much. She's starting her job on Monday. I still work a part-time job, and so my time's really stretched. And now Amanda's got a full-time job. And so it's really going to be stressful getting this import order in on top of working and doing all these things. So eventually, I really am going to have to like go down to 1 or 2 days a week working a part-time job because it's for my parents. Like I can't just abandon my parents. But yeah, so it's going to be really interesting these next couple of months. Hopefully this import order goes really well, and I can help pet stores get healthy shrimp. I can help you guys get healthy shrimp, and it's just going to help our hobby grow so much. And so it's going to be good. So I'm excited. What else do we got with the import order? I'm going to do a whole series on it, which is going to be a lot of fun. Like, I've never seen 11,000 shrimp in styros before. I've never seen 200 shrimp per bag. So it's gonna be really cool to see how it happens, and it's just awesome. Now, guys, importing, it is a bear. Like, let me walk you through last week. So I'll keep telling a little bit of stories, and then we'll get to some questions here in a little bit. This is where the chaos starts. So the chaos has been going on for about a week now. So on the way wildlife fish and game goes, you have to give them 48-hour notice, bare minimum, before you get your import in. So that means the import's coming in Wednesday, which means that I have to let them know by Monday morning what time it's coming in and have all the information of what I'm getting in, the source, everything to them by Monday morning. But here's the thing. Taiwan is 12 hours different than us. So right now it's like 6:51 in the morning. So they're just now starting to wake up. When I got all the information done, there were some kinks that happened, and I couldn't get it all done in time for them to give me the invoices on Friday because my Friday is different than their Friday. And so I had to wait all the way till Monday. So, like, I got to stay up late tonight until I get a hold of them and send all the paperwork to my agent in the morning or tonight so that she can send it over in the morning to Wildlife Fish and Game. And if one thing goes wrong, it's going to be trouble. It's going to be a delay, and delays are bad. And so it all started with moss. So I got a wildlife fish and game permit to import and export wildlife. So fish, shrimp, I could do small animals, reptiles, snails, all that kind of stuff. But what I can't do is import plants. And I didn't know that. And so like I said, Dustin from Dustin's Fish Tanks and Rachel Leary are both in on this order with me. They're helping me out by splitting some of the costs and different things like that. And so I ordered in some moss for Dustin, and what ended up happening is you need a special permit for that, and I didn't know about it. And so the importer or the Taiwan breeders, they're like, "Hey, what paperwork do you need for these plants?" And I'm like, "I don't know. I've never done this before." So I'm calling my agent. I'm calling back and forth to everyone. You have to get in contact with agriculture, and they want you to get a special permit. And so then the permit takes a week, and I'm just like, I can't do this. So we got to scrap the plants, and that's where we have to get a new invoice order. And when we decided we were scrapping the plants, they didn't have enough time to redo the order before getting it back out to us. So it's just been this huge stressful process that is this close to everything lining up perfectly. So it's been crazy. All right, so let's start reading some comments. Let me scroll up because it kicked me down. All right, so Shoe559 said, "What's your website?" Website is flipaquatics.com. Flip as in you flip a chair over or something, and then just aquatics.com. That website, there's some issues going on right now that I need to fix, but that's a whole nother story. We need to focus on the import order right now. So yeah, guys, please feel free to start asking questions about the import order. I will answer as many as I feel comfortable answering. There might be some that I can't answer just because it's either confidential or my importer doesn't want people knowing. So different things like that. But let's try to keep it centralized around. Hey, good night to France. Thanks for stopping in, Fernando. I think that's Fernando. I don't know. It's too small to see. But thanks for being here. Yeah, so we're talking about the import order, so please feel free to ask any questions as long as that goes. Fake account said, "For a first shrimp breeder tank, are cherries the best choice?" Yes, cherries are the hardiest usually shrimp. They've been in the hobby the longest, and they can suffer some neglect. So usually those are the best. But check your water first, see what your parameters are, and then go from there. And whatever your parameters are, find shrimp that match those parameters. That's definitely the best way to do. They come from Germany, right? That's fast. They come from Germany. No, they actually, all the shrimp, like I said, are coming from Taiwan, in case you haven't picked up on that. Yep, we're filming the whole process. Mr. 10 said that. I'm going to do a whole series on getting this import order in. I imagine it's going to be a 3-part series, something like that. The drive down there and actually picking them up and rebagging them. Another one of unboxing them. And then probably another one of acclimating them or something like that. And so it's gonna be a good series. Nate Fender says, I thought I was cool when I ordered 50 shrimp. You are cool, man. 50 shrimp is a lot. 11,000 is a ton. Like, it's a stupid amount. But it'll be cool to see how it goes. Could go terrible. Could. It really could. But we shall see. Let's see this. But this one looks interesting. Valley Fish says, got footage of my CRS eating a juvenile. It had full color. Any thoughts they actually were fighting over the body? Yeah. So I actually did a video on that not too long ago. Shrimp can and will kill the juveniles, especially if they're fighting over something and a juvenile gets in the way of it. They could have been fighting over food. They could have been fighting each other. You just never know. There's a lot of reasons why it could have happened. The juvenile could have just died too. You just really never know. Tori Cook says, are you going to post a video of the whole adventure? Yep, definitely doing that. I wouldn't miss out on an opportunity to show you guys hands-on what it's like getting an import in, especially if shrimp. That's something that you definitely don't see too often. Shrimp Society says, are you going to count every shrimp to make sure you get all the shrimp you paid for? Absolutely not. If I had to count 11,000 shrimp, it would be ridiculous. But here's what I am going to do. I'm going to count backwards. So they ship them in, they tell you the quantity that they ship them in, whether it's 50 or 25, 50, 100, or 200. And some are even shipped in 400. And what I'm going to do is, when I get them in, I'm going to add like a group of 200 to one tank. And then as they die, I'm going to tally that up. And then as I sell them, I'm going to tally that up. And at the end of the day, if it equals less than 200, then I'll know that they shorted me. And so I can be like, well, hey, Slane, you shorted me a few on these ones. Make up for them on the next one. Something like that. And, yeah, so that's how I'm going to do that. You ain't going to sleep till Friday, Jason said. That is the truth. I definitely don't plan on sleeping Wednesday night. Thursday night, I plan on being there constantly to make sure everything goes smooth. And then Friday, it should be tampering down. The only scary thing is I have a live event with Dustin from Dustin's Fish Tanks. That's coming up on, it's Saturday. But we're going down Friday night. And so I'm actually going to be gone Friday, Saturday, and I'll be back Sunday. And so I need to really rely on either my mom to really be at the warehouse and check on things, or if Jeff, my intern, isn't able to come, I'm actually going to talk to him today and see if he's probably listening right now, and see if he'd mind maybe even coming down and spend the night at our house and being over there and checking on the shrimp constantly and keeping track of everything. Because if you go 2 days without taking some dead shrimp out of a tank, it could kill the whole tank very quickly. And so it's going to be, actually Amanda might even stay home just because of it. I don't know. There's some details we still have to figure out. Everything's coming down to crunch time. But yeah, definitely won't sleep. You fixed your heating problem, Mr. 10 said. Yep, fixed the heating problem. Everything's good now. I still need to put the checks and balances in place. Like getting a Wi-Fi dehumidifier. Oh, see, Amanda might today, she just said. But not a dehumidifier, a thermometer or thermostat. And kind of putting checks and balances in place just so I know if something goes wrong so I can get over there and fix it. Hello from friend's phone, Fernand. I don't know. I'm terrible at pronouncing words, like terrible. But I try my best. Kyle's Fish Room says, Rob, I need your opinion. would you do 3 different 10-gallon shrimp tanks or 2 20-long shrimp tanks with the purpose of breeding? That's a great question. 2 20-longs are bigger, so I would use those. And if you want more types of shrimp, I would just use a divider in each one of those 20-longs. So that's what I would do. And you could actually get in contact with me. I have the foam dividers for 10 gallons and 20-gallon longs. And I just won't drill holes in them for the Madden filter. I could just send them directly to you as the sponge. And you could use that as a divider. So that's a great option. But yeah, I would definitely do the 220 longs. Does plop and drop acclimation kill shrimp? What's the best way to acclimate? So Space Michael asked the question, plop and drop shrimp or acclimate? And here's what I do. So if shrimp are shipped in breather bags, I always drip acclimate. I put them in a little bucket or some kind of container and do drip acclimation. That is the best way to acclimate shrimp. If shrimp are shipped in a regular bag and I'm questioning whether there's ammonia buildup or not, I'll do the temperature acclimation and then I'll pour them into a net once they're temperature acclimated. So I don't open the bag ever. I pour them into the net, check the TDS of their water, and check the parameters, and try to match their parameters the best I can in their new tank. And within that minute after dumping them out, I'll put them into the tank. So that's what I recommend. So it just depends on the shrimp that you get in. If there's dead shrimp in the bag, it's better to get those shrimp in the tank immediately. Not the dead shrimp, but the shrimp that were in the bag, because they're definitely suffering due to high ammonia and other contents in the bag. All right, so before I answer questions, I know there's some people that are just now tuning in, and I kind of want to recap. Hey, sashimi is in the house. Sashimi whiskey. Shout out to Sashimi Jimmy. He's coming with us for the import order. He's a great guy. Definitely check out his channel. He was actually doing a live stream today. I unfortunately wasn't able to check that one out. Jimmy, drop a comment down below. Let me know how your live stream went. We got Bob from Flip Aquatics in the house. Again, huge shout out to Bob. Both great guys, great channels. Much love to those guys for sure. And so greetings to them and everyone else here. I'll go back through and say my highs in a little bit, but I definitely want to point out those two. So it was awesome. All right. So back on track. The import order, it's gonna be a lot of fun. So just a short recap. If you guys missed the beginning, tune back in the beginning. I went into detail with this. But hey, Who Said Aqua? That's awesome. Who Said Aqua is actually, it's this young kid that we met at, he's not too young, I think he's 12. We met him at the Aquatic Experience. And he wants to come down and check out the warehouse. He started a YouTube channel, so check that out. And just an awesome kid. We've been talking through Instagram, so huge shout out to him. And his YouTube channel is Who Said Aqua. So I had to say that. I just saw it come across the screen. But anyway, so the import order. We are getting the import order in Wednesday. I'm not quite sure the time. Sashimi Whiskey, Jimmy, and Jeff are all coming with me. We're going to drive down there. It's coming in sometime during the day. We're going to pick up the shrimp order. It's going to be over 11,000 shrimp that we're getting in, which is crazy, like absolutely crazy. And then we have to, check the shrimp, make sure that there's no dead shrimp in the bags, rebag any if possible, and just make sure as many survive. And then we're all driving back 6.5 hours. We're going to start acclimating them. Hopefully Jimmy and Jeff will stay with me that night and really get everything acclimated and make sure everything's good. Because by myself, that will take me a long time. Amanda got a full-time job. She's working as a nurse at a baby ward. And so she's super busy. And so I won't have her help. So it's just going to be me, Jimmy, and Jeff. And hopefully we can knock it out of the park. I wish Bob lived closer. I'd let him. I would love it if he could come over and help, and Corey from Aquarium Co-op, all those guys. LR Bretts. Where's LR Bretts at? I haven't seen him in forever. So we're gonna get this import order in. I'm gonna document the whole thing, make videos of it, and so that will be a series probably coming out. Probably not the same week that I get it in because I know it's gonna be crazy, but probably the following week. So I'm gonna have you guys wait until next week to get an update on the shrimp order. I'll probably do a live stream from Chicago when we're picking up the shrimp, just to give you guys a little sneak peek of what's going on. So it's going to be really exciting. I'm really pumped up about it. And it's going to be cool that I have some great people going down with me to help out. And they volunteered their time to come down. At least as far as I'm concerned. They might be like, hey, man, you owe me $500. I don't know. But as far as I know, they volunteered their time to come help me, which is super generous of them. So shout out to both of them. All right. Oh, so we're doing it. So I'm going to get back to some questions. For anyone that tuned in late, feel free to ask questions on the import order. I'd love to answer them all. I'm just going to keep going through them, and hopefully I'll get to as many as I can. Killer Panda. Oh, no. There's a Killer Panda in here. My wife, her name's Panda Lee. So that there might be an association there. You know, Killer Panda and Panda Lee. Killer Panda said, anyone know where you can buy freshwater shrimp, plants, or even fish online and have them ship internationally to the Caribbean? I personally am unaware. I don't know. If anyone knows, put it down in the comments. There's not too many people that ship all around the world. At least as long as you don't, if you have special permits and stuff like that, they might. But it's definitely not a common thing. But Shoe559 said website. I think I already mentioned that one, but it's flipaquatics.com. Thumbs up for Chris Luca. SSJ Chair said, is your cam mirrored? Everything looks backwards. No, I don't think it's mirrored. You guys let me know. Is it anything wrong? I don't think so. I think a lot more people would have told me by now. So let's see what else we got. Ricewater said, don't lie, Robert. We don't judge you on your taste in drinks. Oh, because I told you guys I was drinking. It's lemonade, not anything else. How long after you get the shrimp in will you start to begin to sell them? King Lee said that. And for anyone that got in here late, I went through the whole thing on how I feel about importing shrimp, why I was so against it, why I'm doing it now. But the short answer to that question is I am going to wait at least 30 days before I start selling the shrimp retail, just to make sure, because I always preset 30 days is the red zone. That's when the shrimp are the most stressed. That's when the most things could go wrong. And so for 30 days, I'm not going to sell shrimp retail. I'm going to wait, and then I'll start selling them after that. So that, and it depends too. Like if a shrimp's not healthy after 30 days, I'm still not going to sell it. I'm gonna hold on to them until they're healthy, and that's my promise to you guys, that I always will sell healthy shrimp. I'll never sell unhealthy shrimp, at least knowingly. Every once in a while, you can't tell, and things happen, but I'll knowingly never sell unhealthy shrimp. Lot of love for Rachel. Nick Richards says favorite shrimp in Welsh. Haha. No, it's just Royal Blues. That's as far as I'm going. Royal Blue Tiger is always my favorite shrimp. Are they mixed genders or males? So the shrimp we're all importing is mainly female heavy. So there's not as many males as there are female, which for breeding is awesome. For you guys is awesome. And so they just must breed more females than males. I'm guessing. I don't really know. Dave in Ohio. Devin. I got it. Devin, Ohio. 29 says sell out importing shrimp. Yep. So gonna be selling imported shrimp. Not a sellout. Definitely tune back in the beginning of the video. You can hear my whole reasoning on importing shrimp and why we're doing it. And hopefully after hearing that you'll see why it's justified. If not, I'm sorry. Much love to you. I can only do what I feel is the right move for our hobby. Michael Ferret says, when are you going to do a meetup with Rachel and Dustin? So that'll actually be fun to get everyone together. So I would like to do something. Corey's been talking about the aquatic experience. I believe it's in November, and we would do a big meetup with a lot of YouTubers and different things like that, and it would be a great time. So hopefully that will work out. But other than that, I don't know. I know that me and Amanda, we want to go down and visit Rachel and kind of check out her shrimp room and different things like that, or her fish room, and just kind of talk with her, spend a day or two with her, and get some videos together and do some stuff like that, and it'll be fun. Sashimi Whiskey dropping the $10 super chat. I gotta share some love for my boy Jimmy. Sashimi Whiskey, not Shashimi. Sashimi is one of the best guys that I've met. You know, I really enjoy having him around. He'd give you his shirt off his back. Just easygoing guy. Definitely really appreciate it, and I'm really happy that we've been able to become friends over these last couple weeks or last month. And me and Jimmy play a lot of video games together, so it's cool to have somebody that I can play video games with again. You know, because when I was in high school, we used to do it all the time, but now I actually have, you know, Jimmy that I'd be like, dude, you want to get on and play games? And so Jimmy's a really cool guy, humble as can be, genuine, and he always supports us. So I mean, that is just awesome. Jimmy, thank you so much again, man. Sorry I missed your live stream. Everything's so chaotic with what we got going on for the shrimp order, and so I haven't been able to watch it. We just got another super chat from Valley Fish, and they say, do things your way, good luck on the order. Valley Fish, thank you so much. You know, super chat is one of those things that, like, it's kind of, it's I don't know if it's awkward, but it's like people just like give you money because they want to support you, and there's no stipulations tied to it. It's just like people just enjoy what you're doing, and that's awesome. Like, I mean, like when I first started live streaming, like I don't know, like I didn't even think, like I was like, oh, super chat, that's kind of cool, but I didn't really think people would actually give us money, like maybe one here or there. And the fact that you guys always support us, like we had that rough week last weekend where a lot of things died, and I think over super chats, like you guys went way above and beyond, and that just to me just shows that you guys just love and support us, and that's just awesome. So Valley Fish, thank you so much. Jimmy, thank you, man. Really appreciate it. I didn't read Jimmy's comment, so I do want to pull that up. He said, good luck tomorrow, Panda Lee. Here's to good, healthy breakfast. Oh, that's awesome. So he actually gave it to my wife and not me, and because she starts her new job tomorrow. But regardless, Jimmy, you're still the best guy ever. Really appreciate your friendship, and it's just awesome. Let me scroll back down. Okay. So, yeah, so you guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Man, I'm powering through these bottles of water. I'm going to have to pee here in a second. All right. Much love to you guys. You know that. Rice Water. Jeez, oh, man. Now this is awesome. Rice Water said, just wanted to make you feel awkward. Nice. I love it. Rice Water, thank you. You made me feel appreciated more than feeling awkward, so I'll take it. Thank you so much. $5 Snapchat. Jeez. Super chat. So thank you. Much love. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. You guys are awesome. So let's get back to some more questions. Let's see. Hopkins. Asela. I want to say it's Asela. Asks, how long are they going to be in quarantine? The shrimp, like I know I said it a few times and I'm a little bit behind on chat. The shrimp will be in quarantine minimum of 30 days, and then I will not take them out of quarantine until they're healthy. So that might be 60 days, it might be 90 days, it might be never. And so we'll just see how it goes and go from there. Killer Panda says, anyone know where has okay, so we already kind of talked about that one. The Lone Wolf says, love the videos, keep it up, thank you. Definitely love the feedback. It's always good to know. It's always good to have positive feedback all the time, always. Caleb Garrett says, how long are you going to hold them for them to be healthy? And I said that earlier. That must have been a big concern for people because that's a lot of people to ask questions. And Terry Blake just dropping a Snapchat. A super chat. Let me just tell you a little bit about Terry Blake. I think this is the same Terry Blake. Let me see. Hey, Rob, did you get my text showing you how the Royal Blues are doing? Terry, I did not get your text. Send me another one, please. Terry is an awesome guy. He's a police officer. He lives down in Florida. And he's been with me since the beginning. He was the first person to place an order through flipaquatics.com. And I forget how, he said he was just checking back like day after day after day. And he came and he saw it and it was up and he bought something right away. So Terry Blake was my first order ever. Just a great guy. He has my phone number. Me and him text back and forth whenever he needs help. Single dad. Just a great guy. And so huge shout out to you, Terry Blake. Thanks for stopping in, Terry. Really appreciate it, man. And that's awesome. So thank you for the super chat. And yeah, definitely send me that. Send me that picture again. I want to see how the Royal Blues are doing, because that's been a while. Ricewater says, "Do you guys sell golden bees? I want them with CRS for fun." We actually did. I ordered 100 shrimp in. Oh, how about this? How about I tell you guys what I ordered, so you guys know everything that we ordered for the shrimp order? Is that something you guys are interested in? Because I haven't told anybody yet. Is that? If you guys want to hear it, I'll share it. All right. So there's a couple yeses coming in. So let me pull it up real quick. I'm gonna get to my email. So this documents. You guys are gonna love this. So I'll share with you everything that we're getting in, and it's a lot of good stuff. And I'm gonna go in order. So we'll start off with Caradina first. I'll even tell you how many we're getting in of each. So this is gonna be cool. And again, no one's ever known this yet except for like Amanda and a few others. But this is gonna be cool. So we're getting in 50 PRL. They're the banded tiger tooth V band, and so they'll be like just a generic grade. But from Taiwan, they're gonna be some high quality. So really excited to see the quality of Taiwan PRL. Crystal red shrimp, we're getting in 300 crystal reds. Just to ramp up our colonies, start a couple new colonies. We're getting in 100 crystal blacks, getting in 100 golden bees, snow whites, and so those are the ones that I was just telling you about. We are getting those in. We're getting in some black King Kongs. These ones we're not solid on the numbers yet, just because he was reworking some things. But we're getting in some black King Kongs, some red pandas, blue bolts. Excuse me. We're getting in some golden eye tigers, which I'm not actually getting those for myself. Those are going straight over to Rachel O'Leary. We're getting in black fancy tigers, red fancy tigers, tangerine tigers. We're getting in 300 tangerine tigers. I love the tangerine tigers, and I really want to ramp up their colonies, and so that's what that's going for. We're getting in a decent amount of Aurora blues. Those are the wild caught blue. They're basically tangerine tigers, but they're blue. They look exactly the same, and so that would be really cool to see those. Hopefully they do well. Those expensive ones are the ones that I'm worried about, whether they'll do well or not. The fancy tigers, I'm really excited to see what they look like. Amanda, those are mainly hers. Those are like, if she could have ordered anything, it was the red fancy tiger. So I'm like, gotta get them for the wife. Gotta get them. You guys are gonna love this. We're getting in 2,000 Sakura Reds. 2,000, and that's mainly going on the wholesale rack, and start reselling to pet stores. We're getting 200 Fire Red females, extra large, some big girls. I want to see how they do. We're getting in 1,000 painted Fire Reds. So the top of the line, the best looking shrimp. We're getting in 1,000 of them. Just to I want to see the quality of them, and I want to see how they breed, kind of experiment with them, start a couple colonies of them. Orange Rillies, getting some of them in. Getting in 800 orange sun-kissed shrimp, which are just your orange neos. Getting in some yellow golden backs, getting in a ton of yellow shrimp. I talked to Selene and really got his opinion on how to best keep them and breed them, and so I'm really excited to try that out. And that'll be cool. Getting a ton of blue jellies in, which I need to figure out what blue jellies are in United States terms. So they're either blue pearls or blue velvets. I'm thinking. So I have to see them in person and really know. But we're getting a ton of them in. Getting some fantasy blues, 200 of those. Green jellies. My wife wanted them. I don't even know what they are, but she's like, I want those, so getting them. Chocolate shrimp. Just getting in a large mix of those. Bloody Marys. This one I'm excited for. Black rose shrimp. They call them the King Kong of Neocaridina. And so these ones, which I'm sure they're just a form of chocolate, but if they're solid black, like, I'm going to be in love. Like, I'm super excited about it. We have top tanks and bottom tanks in the shrimp room. And these ones, unfortunately, are going on a bottom tank because Amanda got dibs on the top tank, so I get the bottom tank. So I'm going to spend a lot of time on the ground looking at them. But hopefully they really do well. And the tank next to them, I got some green jades to put in. And so I'm really excited to get those two shrimp. They're ones that I've never had in the past. And to actually get them straight from Taiwan, I know they're going to have good color on them. And so it's going to be sweet. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited if it goes well. If it goes poorly, like, I'm going to be like, oh no. The world just watched me fail on a shrimp import order. That's the one bad thing about doing it live and you guys can see it. But the good thing is you guys know that I'm always telling the truth because the video proves it. Anyway, getting in 600 red Rillies, 600 carbon Rillies, and then I think we're getting in 1,200 Amano shrimp. And so it's going to be insane. Like, that is a ton of shrimp. Andrew O'Reilly just spamming chat. Sashimi, banning them. Man, my moderators are thebomb.com. They're on top of it. But yeah, we got a lot of people in here. I think this is the most people I've ever had in a live stream. So that must mean two things. It must mean that either you guys really like me or you wanted to see Amanda. Probably wanted to see Amanda. Or the other thing is you guys are just really interested in importing stuff. And so, I don't know. I'm going with Amanda, but who knows? Your front page of YouTube, nobody is streaming. I don't know. I don't know how the whole streaming thing works. All for Amanda. I love it. Everyone's been doing the hashtag bring back Amanda instead of Steamfod Bob. Steamfod Aquatics. I can't ever get it right. He's doing the hashtag bring back the Rick, which I think is really cool. But now everyone's changing it to hashtag bring back Amanda. Or somebody even said the other day, like, what was it? It was like hashtag give Amanda the camera. So it's cool. So I'm glad that my wife's really into this and we can share this together. So it's awesome. But yeah, so that's all that we're importing in. Let's get back to the chat. I gotta find it again. There we go. And poop. I screwed back down. Alright, scrolled back down to the bottom. Alright. Let's start here. Oh no, this actually was where I was. Can you ship a t-shirt to the UK, Rob? Nick, of course I can. I'm getting t-shirts printed as soon as this import order goes through because I have my hands tied with this. As soon as I get them in, I'm going to give away a bunch of t-shirts on a live stream just because I promise you guys. I want to be a man of my word. I'm going to make it happen, and it's going to be good. And I'm going to ship them all across the world. You know, wherever you guys live, I'm getting you a shirt. I actually should do it. We should have one representative from every country, and I'll definitely ship that out. Robert, reply to your mother. My mom must be in the chat. Amanda's yelling at me. See, she even yells at me through live stream. Oh, hashtag married life. She's going to kill me for that. So let's see here. Do you know anyone selling shell-dwelling cichlids? Personally, I do not, but I'm sure there's a ton of people out there. Make your own lines, Rob. AKA 5-star said make my own lines. And I definitely have a plan for it in the works. And I have a really cool name to name them. But I can't reveal that right now. You guys are just going to have to wait and trust me that it's going to be cool. Asela Hopkins says, that is awesome. Thank you for doing that for us. Kyle's Fish Room said, Rob, you're an inspiration to this hobby. Such a genuine person. Kyle, really appreciate that, man. Like I said, whenever you guys give me positive feedback, like it's always like it's like that pat on the back, like that boy, like you're doing a good job, and so it always feels good. And you guys know that. Like I tell you guys all the time, like if it wasn't for you guys, like I'd be done. Like you guys are what encourages me when I'm down. So shout out to you guys. Yeah, huge shout out to Kyle's Fish Room. Thank you for saying that. Kang Lee is always here, my boy. I wouldn't put rams with shrimp. I wouldn't either. Ricewater said, "Wow, Rob, can I get your autograph?" You can have my autograph whenever you want it. I'll send you a letter with the autograph. Tanker Michael said, "Anything like Aqua X Beer near the Detroit? Oh, Aquatic Experience near the Detroit area." Well, hey, let me scroll back up. So first of all, Tanker Mike did a $2 super chat. Thank you so much. Again, really appreciate your support. The Detroit area, I spoke at a club there 2 years ago, and I was actually just getting ready to reach out to him to see if I can go back to do another talk and change the subject a little bit. And so we might do something out there. It wouldn't be quite the Aquatic Experience, but it would be a good time. And there's some awesome fish clubs out there. No, there's really nothing better than the Aquatic Experience. There's a couple like the Reefapalooza, which is a great show, and I'm sure there's many others throughout the United States. You just gotta, I don't know, kind of look around. I'm not an expert on it, so I don't want to give you false information. Let me scroll back down. So, but thank you so much. Rob is like Rob Lowe in Parks and Rec, oozing positivity. I've never seen Parks and Rec. Don't hate me for it, but I need to watch it. Let's see here. Rob, if you need any more interns, please let me know. I'll come from the UK to help boost the hobby. Nick Richards. Dude, if you want to be an intern, I will always take an intern. You can come. I'll find you housing, or you can live at my house. I got to run that by my wife. But anyone willing to be an intern always has a free room with me. And that would be fun, and I could teach you everything I know, and then you can go and start another shrimp business and take me out. Whatever you want to do. Caitlin P says, "What kind of shrimp are you getting?" And I just read that list, so hopefully you saw that. I'm getting a ton of shrimp. Yeah, watch Panda Lee's probably going to come in here and yell at me. Now, my wife's awesome. She really doesn't yell at me a lot. That's the great thing about live stream. I can say whatever I want. I'll get beat up about it later. The Capon Portage. I think that's how you say it. Sent a $5 super chat and a smiley face, and so I'm sending you some smiles back. I really think I smile the whole time I'm live streaming. Like, did you guys ever pick up on that? I don't know. I guess I'm just a happy person. But thank you so much, the Captain. I'm just going to call you the Captain. You're just the Captain for now on. Thank you so much. Again, really appreciate it as always. Like, these super chats, like, they are going to make a difference. And whatever it is, I promise you they will make a difference. And I promise you that all of you will love the difference that it makes. That's my promise for you. I can't give away more than that, but you're going to love it. All right, let's scroll back down, make sure I didn't miss anything. Roma Aquatics said, difference between Blue Diamond and Dream. Why no keep Dream? So, Roma Aquatics, first of all, thank you so much for the super chat. $2 super chat, shout out to you, Roma Aquatics. Check out their channel if they do have one. I need to check it out myself. What I do is after live stream, I go through all the super chats and click on the channel, check out their channel, and usually subscribe as long as they make videos. So the difference between Blue Diamond and Blue Dream is this, and I'm not 100% sure, but I'm 99% sure, is that Blue Diamond is a higher grade than Blue Dream. And I believe that Blue Diamond is for sure bred from chocolates. So that's my understanding of it. Don't quote me on it. I'm not admitting that that's completely accurate. Let me do my own research, and then when I do a video on it, like not a live stream, but an actual video, that's when I know for sure and there's no questions to be asked. Because I don't like making videos when I don't know for something for sure. And so, yeah, so the difference between Blue Diamond and Blue Dream is Blue Dream is kind of just like they don't know where it came from. Blue Diamond is a higher grade blue, and I'm pretty sure it comes from chocolate shrimp. Scroll back down. So thank you for the super chat. My wife's in here busting laughs, saying absolutely, Laura. All right, let's answer some more questions. I really got to go to the bathroom, but I'm gonna hold out for you guys. We got 30 more minutes to truck through. I think I can do it. Yeah, or else you guys would be bored. What kinds of shrimp are you getting? A. Hopkins asking a lot of questions tonight. Much love. That's questions are great. Questions are always good. What do you use for parasites? Should one get from another source? So what I use for parasites, the main parasites are, again, I'm gonna butcher these names, but Verticilla and Scuderia, something like that. But it's these little things that attach to their head. Both of them attached to the head, and they're just these parasites. Oh, Shishimi, thank you for finding that comment from my mom. Shishimi says, Rob, your mom asks if you need help to watch the shrimp this weekend, and stop trying to bring strange men home. I don't even know. I shouldn't even have read that bad. Jeez. You guys. I don't even know what to say. But Mom, I got to talk to Amanda, figure out what she wants to do. She wants to come with us. Yeah, Shishimi's... No, it's funny, huh? But yeah, I need to figure out what's going on with the shrimp order, and if Amanda's coming to Lexington for the live event with us or not, and we will go from there. So I will let you know, Mama, and hopefully it will all work out. But yeah, if you're fine with helping, I mean, even if I'm not here and Amanda is here, like, you can still help out. That'd be great. But where was I at? I know I was. Oh, so what I use for parasites? There's special medicines out there, but the main one is dog dewormer. It's febenzazole. Again, I'm terrible at pronouncing things. You guys make me say hard words. But it's dog dewormer. You can get it online. Just type in dog dewormer. 99.99% of it is all made out of the same stuff. Just dose 0.1 grams of dog dewormer into your tank per 10 gallons of water, and it will straight kill off pretty much everything as far as the little parasites go. The other thing is you could do salt dips. So just your aquarium salt, you buy in the huge containers, put it in a dip and pour, put your shrimp in there, add some aquarium salt, like a tablespoon per a cup of water, something like that. A tablespoon per 2 cups of water would be safe. And then, so you dose that, you leave the shrimp in there for about a minute or two, or at least until they start looking stressed, take them out, do that a couple times, and it will kill off the parasites. The green parasite, which is another crazy name that I won't go over. I could actually say it if I was looking at it, because somebody said it in front of me, and I was like, oh, that makes sense. But that one, if you get the green parasite, just get rid of the shrimp, because that stuff is going to straight kill everything in your tank if you don't get on top of it. 218 people live right now. That's awesome. I started to think, like, if I was in front of 218 people in an auditorium, how nervous I would be. And probably pretty nervous. I don't know, though. You guys are so easygoing, so I might not be nervous. But bye, Susan. I don't know. I just saw bye, Susan. So bye, Susan. Thank you for being here. Let's answer some more questions. So hopefully that answered your question. Thanks for taking all the risks so we little folks can get healthy shrimp from a U.S. source. Kang Lee is awesome. Always giving me positive compliments and stuff like that. So huge shout out again. But they said just thank you for taking the risk for us. Because again, we are quarantining the shrimp until they're healthy. Whether that means we lose all the money that we have invested into this import order or not, that's still to be seen. And so it will be good. One way or the other. No matter what, it's going to work out good. Even if we lose all the shrimp and we do terrible on the import order, I know that it's going to work out okay. I just got this feeling, you know? And there's a lot of people saying hit that like button. You guys are awesome. Oh, I love it. Nate Fender said, Do you know what kind of setup these guys you are ordering shrimp from to compete with the output they have? So, Nate, the thing about Taiwan is Neocaridina shrimp come from Taiwan. And so, when you pull them out of the wild, they're growing them in ponds, and they know the exact parameters that these shrimp need. The shrimp thrive outdoors, and so they can produce a lot because they just throw them in a pond outside, and those things are just going to go to town. Because of the minerals in the water that are coming straight from the ground, the algae, the temperature, everything is ideal for the shrimp's growth because that is where they're from. And so you can never outcompete the Taiwanese, ever. But what you can do is you can create a better product. Or a better product. You can create a better shrimp, a healthier shrimp. And if you can do that, it's not going to be as cheap, but in the long run, it will be as cheap. In the sense, like, if I sell you 10 shrimp for a penny and none of them live, then that's a pretty expensive shrimp. Oh, I guess they're only a penny, so it's only 10 cents. But if I sell you shrimp for 9 cents, that 9-cent shrimp, if it lives, it's better than the 10 cents. That's funny. I always use the worst examples. Let me get a drink real quick. Catch my thoughts. I love you guys. We have some good fun, don't we? Alright, I'm making my way to the bottom. Let's see. When you guys ask questions, I always look for a question mark. So, make sure to add a question mark at the end of your sentence so that I know that it's a question. Hey Rob, love the videos. This is from Tyler Guessford. Hey Rob, love the videos. Question: how long do you cycle your Neo tanks before introducing them? How long I cycle them is a lot different than how long I suggest you cycle them for. Because I'm usually in a hurry. If I was a hobbyist, I would let my tank run for at least a month before adding shrimp. I'd put a couple nano fish in there, let the tank just go for a while, and then add shrimp once I was sure that the tank was ready. The way that I do it is I use a product called Fluval Cycle, and I'll dose my tank with it for the first 7 days, and it has live bacteria in it, and then usually after 7 days it's pretty good. So currently, right now, I would say we usually let it cycle for 7 days. Sometimes a lot less. Sometimes we put the shrimp in instantly, which it doesn't always go well, but most of the time it does. So the more time, the better. That's how long you should cycle for. Stephen Lawrence said, so I ordered your shrimp starter kit from you. How long do you think it will be until you are able to ship it? Stephen, thank you for commenting. Thank you for ordering. That's awesome. Yes, Shishimi, I am very nervous about the shrimp order, but it's going to be fun. But anyway, back on track. Steven, so when you order it, I always ship out on Monday unless it's like a bad snowstorm or something like that, or there's going to be a delay, or the temperature is too low. And so I am shipping out tomorrow, so you should get your order no later than Thursday, unless something goes wrong. But no later than Thursday, you should have your order. And that's always how it goes. I always ship on Mondays. Once I start making this more of a full-time thing, then I'll start shipping Monday, Tuesday, and Saturday. But for right now, just Monday until I can really commit some time to shipping. Yeah. Valley Fish said, are you going to take hold/waiting list on the import order of shrimp? No, I am not. The reason being is I don't know what's going to be healthy, and I don't know when it's going to be ready. And so I don't want to take people's money and then all the 200 shrimp die, and maybe I use that money to invest into something else. So I'm just waiting until I know the shrimp are healthy, and then I'll list them all at once. So we're not doing any pre-orders or anything like that. The only reason we would ever do pre-orders is maybe in the future if people wanted like a really expensive shrimp and they wanted to pre-order it prior to us getting the order, just so that we could order it for them. And then we would say like, hey, we're going to quarantine it for this long. We can't guarantee that it will live, blah, 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 and so on and so forth. So there's some details to be worked out with that. Russell Beach said, are these all Neos? No, we're ordering Neo Caridina and Caridina shrimp. A good mix of both. G Bear said, fish and wildlife can destroy a shipment. Yes, they can. So we literally could get this whole order in, and they not like it and burn the whole shipment. And then you actually have to pay for them to burn it too, which is like, it's like, I'm going to take all your money and I'm going to burn it, and then you have to pay me to burn it. And so that would be like worst case scenario. Oh, let's not even think that way. That would be terrible. Oh, let's see. Freshwater said, I'm getting stressed just listening. Coin Silver said, hey Rob, what is the weirdest or coolest shrimp you have found in your call tanks? Anything color-wise that was really neat and unexpected? So the thing about shrimp is they change colors depending on where they are. So we had this really cool blue velvet that we had out in a bare bottom tank, and green Java moss. Like, that was the only thing it could blend into, was the green Java moss. So when we pulled it out of the tank, it was like solid green, like the coolest green you've ever seen. Once we put it back on sand, it turned back to its blue color. But that was probably the coolest shrimp and like craziest looking, because he was big, like he was a monster, and he was a really cool color when we first pulled him out. So that was probably the neatest. I mean, every once in a while you get some interesting shades. Amanda actually has these blue bolts that are green, which are like really, really sweet. And so those are really cool. She actually just posted a picture of them on our Instagram and our Facebook page. So I'm sure if you look back through our Instagram or Facebook at Flip Aquatics, you could find them there. But yeah, so that was a cool shrimp too, and she still has like 2 more. They're not as green as the original, but they're still pretty green. Unholy Order says, what's up, Lup Diesel? And then I say, what's up, Unholy Orders? Rodney Thomas says, does Ohio Fish and Wildlife inspect your facility yearly when you have the import/export license? I literally just got the import/export license, so I am not sure. If they want to, they can. I don't think they ever will. I mean, I'm so small compared to some of the others that I highly doubt that they will. Koss just gave us a super chat, so thank you so much. Koss said, because I finally figured out super chat thanks to Sashimi. I also love your live streams. So much knowledge. Thank you so much for that. Thank you, Sashimi, for showing them. Again, you guys, so cool when you that you guys want to support me. I think that's awesome, and I'm telling you, it's gonna pay off. It'll definitely pay off. I have a really, really cool thing in the mix for the super chats, and so you guys will see that. You guys will see that in the near future. So thank you so much. Caleb Garrett says, is it cheaper for you to import shrimp or expand your facility to breed more shrimp? Definitely import. Because if I expanded my warehouse to grow more shrimp, I wouldn't have the numbers of shrimp to put in the new tanks. And so I would have to stop selling shrimp for a longer period of time and then take my babies and put into the new tanks. And it would just be a long, long process. Like, it would take me probably 2 years to get to the point where I can meet supply or meet demand, whereas I can buy shrimp instantly and meet demand, 45 days from now. And so for right now, that's the right move and then whatever shrimp don't sell, those are they're going to breed while we have them. And so those babies we can use for new colonies. And so there's just a lot of good stuff that can come from it. So yes, that's what we're doing. Shout out to Corey. Corey's in the house. Aquarium Co-op. He's got a live stream coming up in about 17 minutes that I'm going to head over to. We got my mom, Andrea Lupton, in the house. She said, you should check out Amanda's beautiful pictures of the shrimp on Flip Aquatics Instagram. They are amazing. Nice job, Panda Lee. So my mom and Amanda are like my biggest advocates ever. Like, they are constantly out there like pushing me on social media. And so it's really great. I have some awesome people in my life that really support me. And that not only is Amanda, it's not only my family, but it's you guys. And so it makes life a lot easier when you have people that are behind you. So I could go down the rabbit trail and talk about how having people in your life that support you is like amazing, and it can completely change your life. But I'll just make it quick and say that if you guys don't have someone in your life that supports you, know that I'll support you. Reach out to me, and I'm there for you. Because I know that there are so many people that are there for me. And at the end, we're all in this together. This is our hobby that we're owning, and we're growing, and we're building. And I can't do it on my own. Like, without you guys, it doesn't exist. And so we're all in this together. And it's awesome when you look at it that way. Much love. Much love. That's like my number one thing. It's just much love. There's love from this side of the camera. I know there's love from that side of the camera. And love is what holds everything together. So it's good. Let's get back to some questions. Eric Moss said, are the Soloisi shrimp in Neocaridina parameters? Yes, so the Soloisi shrimp that we keep are in Neocaridina parameters. A lot of other people keep them in harder parameters. Unholy orders. How much shrimp are in the import order? We're getting over 11,000 shrimp in. 11,000, which is a ton. And it's just going to be crazy. Like, absolute crazy. John 4 said, I saw you're out of blue shrimp on your site. Are there going to be some in this order? Yes, there's going to be tons of blue shrimp. There are going to be so many shrimp in the shrimp order that we will never be out of stock again. Because what's going to happen, as soon as we start selling shrimp, as long as they go well, we're going to get another import order in and get those quarantining while we're selling the other shrimp. And so we'll constantly have shrimp around. And so you guys don't ever have to worry about us running out of shrimp again unless the import order goes terrible and we lose all the money that we have invested into it. And that would be terrible. So let's knock on wood. Is Aquarium Co-op here? Yes, Aquarium Co-op is here. Who said Aqua in the house? Who said Aqua just started a YouTube channel. Awesome kid. He did his introduction video. You guys go check it out. Show him some love. It's all about getting the youth involved in the hobby. You have any corridors in the order? No, we don't. It's just all shrimp. All shrimp. Learned a lot from your channel. Thank you for all the work you do. A. Hawkins, again, thank you so much. Thank you for all the questions and comments. Aquarium Co-op is on Sashimi Whiskey's live stream with Bob and Charles. Yep, they're all here now, so that's sweet. King Lee said, at Panda Lee, you should do a video on how to take photo-slash videos. I could use the help. She is really good at that. How many did you order? 11,000. Yep, that's how many we got in the shrimp order. Are there any types of shrimp that would go well with koi or goldfish? I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no on that one. Yeah, I don't think so. Because goldfish are pretty dirty. They produce a lot of ammonia. Yeah, so I don't think so. How long until the imported shrimp become American bred? How many generations? That's a great question. The real Brian 787 asked that. So, I guess technically, if I get imported shrimp in and they breed while I have them, then those babies are USA bred shrimp. Technically. And so, yeah. I would say probably once those babies grow up and we start breeding those ones, then we would have our colony and then start selling them as USA bred shrimp. But technically, as soon as they breed in the United States, those are USA bred shrimp. Because there's a lot of people that buy imported shrimp and breed them and start selling them instantly as USA bred, which they're not wrong for. That's what they are. Do you send to Europe? No. Not yet. Not for a while. Someday. This looks like a funny one. Fake account said, let's say I had a tire track eel, Neil, in parentheses, and wanted to breed and gut load them for Neil's food. What would you recommend feeding them? So you want to feed shrimp to an eel, which, I mean, people do that. So what would I recommend feeding Neil? Or the shrimp? Oh, no, the shrimp. Wow. I got that one backwards. What I would feed the shrimp would just be normal flake food. If you're using them as feed, I have plenty of cherry shrimp that just eat normal flake food, and they do just fine. So that's what I would feed them. Tyler Guest 4 said, do you know off the top of your head some of the types of Neocaridina that you're getting in? I did go over that all a little bit ago, but just off the top of my head, I'm getting a ton of red shrimp in, painted fire reds, sakuras, blue jellies, getting a ton of oranges, a ton of yellows, blue dreams, blue dreams, chocolates, blacks, green jades. And so, oh, Amanda already banned them? Oh, Amanda's a bully. Don't mess with my wife, man. She'll punch you in the face. Trust me, I've been on the opposite side of that punch. No, I'm just kidding. She's never punched me. All right. Why have I never seen you with a hat on your balding? Oh, yeah. So check this out. So this is really funny. So, first of all, I do have a decent sized forehead. Just runs in my family. Means I have a big brain, hopefully. I don't use all of it, but it's there. No, so I actually did a YouTube video. This is so funny. I did a YouTube video and I didn't have a hat on, and somebody was like, "Lup Diesel." They're like, "Dude, you just got married and your hair's already falling out." And I remember laughing so hard about it. Like, it was hilarious. But yeah, I just have a big head. Like, it is what it is. Like, I'm not ashamed of it. I just wear hats just because that's my style. And because I'm a little self-conscious. I'm sure, whatever. No, I honestly don't care. Like, I'm so comfortable with you guys that it's just whatever. Let's see what else we got. Oh my gosh. No, I'm not down at the bottom. I thought I was. Shoot. Now I scrolled away. Well, whatever. So sorry I lost my place. Somebody said, which country did you order 11,000 shrimp from? Taiwan. Got them straight from Taiwan. To all with YouTube channels, what program do you use for editing? I'll tell you what program I use. Let me pull it up. Cyberlink Power Direct is what I use, and I love it. It's awesome. So that's what I use. It works really, really good. It's simple to use. Once you figure it out, it goes really, really easy. Let me pull back up the chat. So that's what I use. Cyberlink Power Direct. It's a great, easy, cheap editing software. Yep, Charles Fish Tanks is in the house. As long as the shrimp is born on U.S. soil, it's a USA bred shrimp. I agree 100%. I'm going to ignore that one. Let's see. Will you sell in bulk lots? Zebra. Who's asked that? Zebra Fetish? That is a funny name. So Zebra Fetish. That's hilarious. So do we sell in bulk? Yes, we will sell in bulk. I know we're going to do wholesale. If a hobbyist got a hold of us and wanted a bulk number, I'm sure I could work out a deal for you. But mainly we're going to stick to the wholesale and pet stores and try to grow that side of the hobby. Because pet stores are having just as a hard time as hobbyists. They're not being able to get in quality shrimp. And so they're getting them in to resell because the customers want them. And they're all dying, so that they're saying, no, I'm not going to carry them anymore because they all die. And so I really want to start working on pet stores too. So that's going to be my main focus. But I'm always willing to work through things. If you guys want to do a bigger order, I'm always willing to help out when I can. I'm getting close to the bottom. Oh, I'm back to the bottom. It scrolled for me. Well, hey, I think I'm all caught up on questions. That was pretty easy. If you guys have more questions, please drop them in the comments. Rob, you hit 225 viewers. Ask for likes. Oh, I don't want to ask for likes. That's like asking, I don't know. I always feel weird about asking people to subscribe to my channel. I feel weird about asking people to like videos. But what I don't feel weird about is I always ask people to comment. And the reason why is because I always want your feedback. If you're watching my video, please comment, because that is I use those comments to do everything. Now asking for like is almost like, for me it's like asking for money. Hey, can I have $5? That's just, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just wired in a way that I feel that that's weird, but I don't know. Maybe it's not weird, but I don't know. So, but thank you guys. 172 likes is a crap load. 220 people in here. That's also crazy. Come like my stream. Corey said, I'll take your likes. Yeah. That's funny. We're all going to Corey's stream here in a little bit. I got to do a little editing on this after we get done with the live stream. But I'm going to head over to Corey from Aquarium Co-op, and we're all going to go over there and check out his live stream. I'm sure me and Jimmy got some video games to play tonight. We always like to play some Counter-Strike Global Offensive after live streaming. It just kind of gets my mind easy. And so, yeah. Let's see. Oh, somebody asked a question. Where in Ohio y'all from? I know you're from Ohio because we all say y'all around here. Steven asked that. We're actually from Youngstown, Ohio. Business is actually located in Warren, Ohio. And so if you're local, feel free to send me an email. I'd gladly show anyone the warehouse. And yeah, so it'd be cool. Let's see what other ones. Had any mutated shrimp before? I've had like mutated in the fact that they were like abnormally big. But as far as like weird growths or deformities or anything like that, I really haven't. Now you get some mutations as far as colors go, which people try to breed that out. But a lot of the times it isn't stable. Terry Blake says, I will be in Youngstown in mid-June. Would love to revisit the warehouse. Terry, we'd love to have you. Cool story about Terry real quick. I am going to go down the rabbit trail on this one. Terry, like I said earlier, he was the first person to ever place an order on my website. He came down to the warehouse at some point. I don't remember if it was before the order or after. And he was in the area visiting his, I want to say it was his great-grandpa or grandpa. And his grandpa, we'll call it his grandpa, was like the coolest guy ever. I think he was like 98 at the time, like just old. And he actually fought in World War II. He was on one of the battleships. And he was actually the guy that sat down in the torpedo room and clicked or not the torpedo room, but sat down in like the missile command center. Just because I don't know what it's actually called, I'll call it that. And he was the one that the captain called down and was like, fire! And this guy was the one that pushed the button and fired all the shots off. And so I always ask people, like, you know, once I get to know them, like, so did you ever have to kill anyone, over in war? And, you really have to know him for that. But this guy was just cool, so I knew I could ask him. And so when I asked him that question, like, he literally sank battleships. Like, this dude was the real OG. Like I mean, it's just crazy to meet someone like that. Because, World War II was a long time ago. To actually meet someone... Yeah, it was his grandpa. I just saw that comment. To actually meet someone that was there in the trenches, like, fighting. Like, you're never going to see that again. So... super, like, really honored to be able to do that, or to meet him and hang out with Terry and his grandpa for a little while. So hopefully your grandpa's still around. I would love to meet him again too. I would love to see you again, so that would be really cool. So I got time for another 2 questions or so. We got 2 minutes left, and we're gonna head over to Corey's live stream and see what's going on over there. Let's see here. Kyle's Fish Mast is 68 to 70 degrees too cold for Neos, and absolutely not. 68 to 70 degrees is actually, that's perfect. Really, they could live in that year round and be completely fine. 72 is better, but 68 to 70, there's nothing wrong with that at all. Michael Merle, so all this about, I'm from Brunswick, Ohio. Michael, I grew up in Brunswick, Ohio, man. That's crazy. It's up near Cleveland. We lived in a little apartment building up there for, I want to say like 3 or 4 years in my childhood. So yeah, I'm familiar with Brunswick. That's awesome. Chris Tank says, Rob, what's up, buddy? Come up to Toronto. We'll have a meetup. I would love to. If you coordinated something and got some people together that would love to do a meetup, I would love to come up there. And I think that would be awesome. So really cool. Definitely want to come to Canada soon. Actually, Tommy from Shrimp Fever, we were planning on going up there and seeing him and doing a little, maybe an event with him. I need to talk to him about it. But I think that would be really cool. He has a little shrimp business up there as well. And so it'd be cool to go up there and make a video with him, show his warehouse and all that good stuff. But guys, girls, much love. Thank you for tuning in. We had a good time talking about the import order. If you guys missed the beginning, definitely go back and hear just the update of everything that's going on, when the import's coming in. And yeah, so it's gonna be a great week. Super excited to bring out the videos for you guys. Much love as always. You guys are the reason that I do what I do. So I'm gonna head over to Corey from Aquarium Co-op stream. You guys make it an amazing night, and I'll talk with you guys soon. Later.